Good evening and welcome to another epic episode of More Than Just Motoring, brought to you by Racing for Change. We would like to thank this week's sponsor for having us. For more info about this week's sponsor, please keep watching. Hope you enjoy the show with us.
And we live. Welcome to another episode of More Than Just Motoring, brought to you by Racing for Change. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Canada, we have, I can still call him a Canadian. He is one of us, Mr. Jason Webb, all the way from Canada. Um, we decided to do this little teaser, let me put it that way, because of some awesome news from this gentleman. That's actually doing something really awesome. That he has a Cape Town Estonian and a drift cop. What he's doing, been following him, and I'm so youngster, but he doesn't need any introduction to our South African people out here, guys. Everybody, listen. Can I say your full name?
You can say it.
Jason Ethan Webb. Am I right?
That's right. That's right.
Here we go. Thank you very much for joining this evening. Really, really awesome to have you. What a journey it's been, Jason.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. I can't believe it's been 16 years since starting this journey. Makes me feel really old. But 16 years later, I finally get to be in a place where I've been trying to get to for the last 14, 15 years.
Correct.
So,
Yeah, no.
every young drifter's dream is to watch FD, and you just want to be there and drive and
And
all
you
that
must have
stuff.
talent to do that. You can't have the need and stuff. You must have the talent. And thankfully, you have some awesome talent, youngster.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's start from the beginning. As a youngster, grew up in Komikik in Cape Town in the south. And how did you decide to be? Look, I want to drift. Was it always the plan, or how did what happened?
It's so crazy how everything actually transpired. So I used to do race go-karts at Kalani, and one day we were just practicing on the track, and I forget, there was some show happening. I forget what it was. One of the big Kalani shows. This was in 2000, and this must have been 2009, and
Okay.
we saw these two. What was there? Was it Megatronic that was on Otto Skylines? I think it was Megatronics, like
Yes,
the
yes.
printing company. And we saw these two Skylines drifting around the main track. And for me, it was the first time I saw drifting live. And I was like, what the heck? That's freaking cool.
Uh-huh.
So the cars ended up being parked by the clubhouse at Kalani. So after we did our go-karting session, we went to grab some lunch and saw these cars parked there. And we're like, whoa, I was so struck by seeing these
Kid in the can,
cars. I'm like,
kid in the
these are
candy store.
freaking amazing. What's that?
A kid in the candy store.
Yeah, exactly. And then a couple months later, a guy by the name of Jody Powell got hold of my dad and Jody was helping Otto with his program. So Jody got
Okay.
my dad to build a car for Otto. And long story short, my dad built these cars, which was the two 350Zs that Otto took eventually to FD. And then through that time where my dad moved to Kimberley for that short while to build these cars out there. And while my dad was there, I would go visit him. And every now and then when I visit, then, Otto had a storeroom full of go-karts and bikes and just anything you can imagine. Every toy you can imagine he had.
That was it.
So I started tinkering with the go-karts, and I'm like, because this is what I'm kind of used to. And we
Yes.
started riding go-karts. And I remember we were on the track and I was pushing him and we were pushing each other and bumping each other and having a lot of fun. And then the guys are like, "Oh no, you can't do that," and, because it's like
Oh,
it's Otto, you don't do that to him.
yeah.
And then eventually, I remember it was we were standing by the pavilion having a braai,
Yes.
and Otto was leaving that night, and he said, "Get ready, tomorrow you're gonna start drifting." And I
Okay.
was just like,
Did
"What?"
you know? Did you know what drifting was at that time?
I had an idea. Watching uh, Tokyo Drift and watching old D1 videos. I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know the level it was at.
Okay.
And so I remember we had this little car, and they called it Criminals, which is a little 200
Mm,
SX with a SR20. And that night, that thing was so beat up from it was his missile car.
yeah.
And that night after he told me that, man, I went and I was polishing that thing, getting it ready for the next day.
Yes. Yes.
And next day came, and then yeah, we started the journey of him teaching me how to drift and all that. So it was a crazy experience. I feel the way he taught me a lot in the long run. I was kind of getting a bit impatient. I wanted to move to the big track, and he kept me on the skid pan for quite some time, which I think was a good move on his part. Not just, he had his own facilities there, the big track, the skid pans, the everything.
Even
So
the whole facility was there for him, where he could get out there and practice as well. I mean, and that's why. I mean, he was also one of the awesome guys, South African guys that went over and really did well on that side with the 350s.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he
Definitely.
definitely did well over there, especially at that stage as well. And getting the cars over
Yeah.
there,
Oh, that's a
it's a lot.
mission. That's a mission. I
It's a
mean,
lot.
we'll touch on your journey with that later on. But now the training is done. You are all ready to go, ready to see. And your very first event in South Africa, was it the Super Drill event, or what was it called back then?
Yeah, it was a Super Drift event, and this was in 2011. So at this stage, I'd been training for around 6, 7 months,
Okay.
and for the first couple of weeks, all I was allowed to do was just initiate. Just I couldn't even put the power on it. It was just get used to that initiate. My tires were like square, and eventually I could move on to the power slide.
Yeah.
And funny enough, in the first competition I did, was the first time I actually tandem behind someone where I was chasing.
No way.
Leading up to that point, Otto was always just in my door, in my door, in my door. And I
Okay.
think that gave me the mindset of, the noise and someone's here and just like, whatever, man. You do you,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna do what
You
I do. And I think
definitely.
that taught me so much in terms of driving. And then so the first event I qualified in second behind Otto, and then went through to the finals against Otto, and then we did it one more time as well. So
Wow.
that was my first event at SWAT Corps at Super
Yeah.
Drift.
So what did Otto have to say? Obviously, you trained, but you only initiate. You never did a lap on a track or that. This was your first time actually doing a lap on a track in a tandem.
No, so eventually after a bit of my training, we did move on
Oh,
to the big track.
yes.
And then I moved from Criminals into a Skyline, R33.
Yeah.
And then it was a black one with a Monster Mob sticker on it.
Remember
And
that one?
so I had already had a bit of track experience, but now this was a different. And I feel like Monster Mob was a lot more technical than SWAT Corps was just 2.5 corners and like 2 switches, whereas Monster Mob was like you going flat out to a wall. And
Yeah.
those cars are almost in the body shop every week. I
Oops,
feel like
sorry.
Otto had that body shop just to fix our cars. Um,
So what
so
did after
then,
that one more time? What did you have to say about it?
oh no, I think he was happy with how he taught his students how to drive.
100%. But that's really insane, Jason. I mean, coming from somebody that did karting and just thrown well, you're gonna do something. It's crazy how you evolved in the sport as one of South Africa's number one driver in South Africa, winning multiple championships. I think Super Drift you got that 4 times. If I'm
Yes, fourth.
4 times, here we go. See how my history is
Yeah.
all quite 4 times, but so it is really cool, Jason. I mean, it doesn't come easy. Every time it does, really, I mean, a win doesn't come easy because there's always issues. There's traveling involved, issues. I mean, it's just crazy how much time you guys spend on and off the track. When you do these
Oh,
series, Super Drift.
yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
we
it was
talked.
crazy. And like how my parents were able to support
Yes,
me. They allowed me to leave school early and chase this dream.
well done.
They kind of gave me that opportunity to, try achieve this dream. They could see that maybe I had a bit of the talent, or I really had hunger for it.
Yeah.
And they allowed me to, I mean, I don't think a lot of parents these days will just allow their kids to just drop out of school and, oh, cool, go do drifting. Like, are you crazy? Um, and they supported me. They still support me to this day. Like, my dad was just here a couple of months ago in Canada helping us out with the car. So, and he'll be at every event this year too.
Wow.
And yeah, just the memories, the struggles, the everything that came with it over the last 16 years has been very worth it.
Jay, whenever I see your dad, and I will always remember the good times when you guys were at Killarney, even when you guys were traveling. Your dad is somebody, and I'm not blowing his horn or anything like this. Is this the type of person he is? And I'm not giving his flowers. We were at the event, a super. I can't remember. It's in Cape Town, and you something went wrong with your car. You broke a knuckle steering on the car, and you went home to the garage to fix it, everything. But in the meantime, your dad was very calm, cool, him and Malcolm. And then somebody else also went out, and something went wrong with their car as well. And I can't remember the names, and it's a bit too wild. But this specifically was that your dad went there and helped these guys to get their car sorted, be mechanical, be whatever it was. Right? Your dad
Yeah.
was always. I mean, seeing your dad is when he landed in Canada, I almost brought a tear to my eye because you guys are a team. Not to say that one can't go the other, but he was always there for you. We have a event. He was right to you, him and Malcolm, or sometimes Malcolm or just him, but he was always there. And
Oh yeah.
to have a father-son relationship like that, I mean, through all the years, it's been so phenomenal. The father-son team was standing out so much. I think also with that is that because you brought professionalism within the team that you had, and you guys weren't a big team. You were 3 guys. Malcolm, your dad,
Yeah.
that's it. There was no other guys. Yes, there's friends come around and stuff like that, but that was the 3 of you guys traveled to be it PE, Joe, or wherever the case may be. So once again,
Yes, yes.
I say to Uncle Speedy and he's watching. Hello, Uncle Speedy. I want to say, Uncle Speedy, well done to you. For your hard, for the time and effort you put in, and your mom. Excuse me, for the time and if you guys put in, Jason, and obviously seeing Jason in FD this year, it's gonna be insane. I know you two of you are gonna cry. Jason will also cry. But I just want to give your dad flowers, and I'm sure you have the same feeling about your dad as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, what we've experienced together, I wouldn't change a thing. To have him by my side, and we could speak to each other without speaking to each other.
Great.
That's kind of how our relationship was. Like, I would come in from a run, I would do a run, I would come in, he would see my face, and he would immediately start changing something on the car, or he could just see, oh, okay, the car's doing this, we need to change this, without me
Yes,
even saying anything first. So his
100%.
knowledge and what he brought as well was just out of this world. And to be able to, like you say, do all these things with him by my side through all the years was just incredible. And my mom was just so supportive, but she can't watch me drive. When she comes to an event, this is
Yes, that's our moms, bro. That's our mom. They put us. They can't look at what we're doing, you know.
Yeah,
But
and sometimes
what?
it gets
Carry
a
on.
bit heated in the pits, when you don't agree with something, or you maybe you make contact with a driver, or it may get a bit heated sometimes. But at the end of the day, you get back to each other and you go, "Oh, that was a good day, man."
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Like,
So just spoke about that. There was an event. I don't know if it was Joburg or Cape Town, and it was the final. I can't remember once again with who you. You were sitting in the stands. I was sitting next to your dad and Malcolm. No, it was Cape Town. I was sitting next to your dad. You did the first run in the final, and you drove slowly past. All I saw you do was you did 5. That's all you did. You just point 5. So I'm like 5, and like your dad and up. Okay. Oh, so I figured me out. He's gonna roll a 5 when the timeout now to do something on the car. But the car's fine. What's up? After the event, I realized that because you are, I couldn't remember if you were saying, but you soaked up Kilani so bad that I thought you called the 5 minutes to put on rubber. I know it's long ago. Do you still remember it?
Oof. No, I don't remember.
That was some time ago. But for me, it made sense. You called the final as the final, put this little fresh rubber on. Obviously, whoever you went up against, you will have an upper hand, have a fresher tire on.
Yes.
Yeah. But so let's go super drift, Jace. I mean, your first super drift event. That was with Otto, if I correct with the Skylines.
Yes, correct.
That season, how did it go? So how many rounds were there? 8 rounds or 6 rounds?
Yeah, back then I think it was 8 rounds back then.
Okay.
I got my first win in round 4. That's when Otto was in the US at that time.
Okay.
And my dad was over in the US with him.
Oh,
So my
whoa.
dad,
You were
unfortunately, couldn't watch my first win,
oh, man.
but I know he would have loved to have been there. But my brother was
Definitely.
there with me. My brother was there, and that was round 4. I got my first win, and then during that season it got a bit, antsy. We ended up leaving the Monster Mob team, getting my own car. I borrowed a car for a little while before getting my own car, and then we ended up finishing 3rd in the championship that
Well
year.
done.
And back then there was 40 plus drivers in the series.
Correct.
It was crazy.
Yes. There was a lot of drivers and a lot of cars, and it was you had to qualify in the top 32 to make it happen here for you. Otherwise, you're gonna sit in
Yeah.
the stand and watch them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then that same year, at the end of the year, I managed to sign with Monster Energy.
Awesome.
So yeah, that relationship obviously lasted for 13 years. I was with them.
Amazing.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Good times.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. So that's now Monster Mob is done. Now we're coming to I'm gonna play this clip quickly. Let me just play this clip for you, Jess. Here we go. Where's the clip? Okay, here we go.
Drift City.
So, being a professional drifter that you are, Jess, and trying something little different, the Driftkana event, a Drift City event. Obviously, everybody thought it's what is it's not going to happen. Whatever the case may be, you entered. And
Oh yeah.
the very first year, you drove the S13, the
Yes.
2J1. Yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
coming from a fast increase to of 140, whatever you guys do, to something more compact where you have dual runs. It's like a gymkhana, but it's a driftkana where you basically have to keep the car on angle all the time through a course, through a technical course, and get into a box where you stand and wait. From
Yeah. And
high
everything's
speed,
timed.
and from high speed coming to a drift city format of it, how difficult or how different was it for you?
Oh, it was very different. But I think one thing that helped was obviously having my dad on the team, because when it comes to changing car setups for anything, any form of track, we changed the car setup at every track we went to.
Wow,
And
wow, wow.
going into an event like Drift City, and we did the same at Gymkhana Grid, where we load the rear end of the car with 40 kilograms of sand and water and whatever we can get in the back for traction. And
Yeah,
that's why the stance of the car at Drift City and Gymkhana Grid was like
yeah.
very nose up, just because we had the weight all on the back. Because even in the
Great.
2J, that thing had too much power to run events, and also too light as well. I feel I couldn't get like forward bite enough with the
Yes.
S13 in those small tracks. But with the Mustang, we were able to load that up really well. And yeah, that car. I mean, we had that car. It's
Oh,
such a big car, and we could get that thing around any small gap, any tight hole, around all the
has been sorted
obstacles.
out. Yeah.
And another difficult thing with those events is actually remembering where the track, like which obstacles, like where you're going, and you're like, wait, am I going twice around this barrel? Is it three times at 360 or
Yes.
720? Or it's like, you know,
Yes.
I think you
100%.
guys did that on purpose just to confuse us.
Definitely. I mean, everything was smooth sailing when you do the whole course. But when you come to I think the last section of the 360, there's like coming into the thing, you count one, two, and the last one you got. It's just to mess with the drivers to make sure that I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just to mess with the guys, all the drivers. But I mean, Drift City itself, it's such an awesome event where I mean, you had the opportunity to drive. How many times did you drive? 4 times, 3 times.
3 or 4 times we did Trip City,
I
I
think it's
think.
3 times. But look,
Yeah, I think I did it twice with the Mustang. I
yeah.
think. I
Once with
remember.
the 13, and I think thrice with the Mustang. Do you remember
Yeah.
the rain event? The last one was the rain one.
Yes, yes. And I
So
can
you
tell
have
you,
with
in a convertible, that is not fun.
it was fun, eh? It was fun.
Oh man. And another thing, like when you're going, you can see the other guy at the other opposite end of the track, and you can see where he's at, and you're like, oh, I need
You
to
need to
find
feel.
time somewhere in my run. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the vibe of the Drift City is a total different aspect of event as any before. I think it's a one of a kind in the world of Drift City because the
Oh yeah.
driver crowd. It's that when it comes to the finals, always to the quarters and semifinals, the guys is really up the game. Now you're seeing these guys going mimicking each other, coming to the boxes at the same time, and like there's split seconds out of and that's makes it really really awesome to see how the guys from being far from each other with like they tidy up the game and to
Oh,
get
100%.
I mean you
And
know
like
how
the location, being at the parade, the Table Mountain as the backdrop, all the
you can't go
people.
wrong.
I mean, Drift City was packed. There was so many people there. It was awesome. And the
Yeah,
way Gary and you guys run the event is just, it's unbelievable. And yeah, I would really miss doing those kind of events, because those events were just fun events for me. I wasn't too worried about finishing a high, or
yes,
for
yes.
me that was just, okay, we're having fun. It wasn't part of our drift championship. It was
Great. And the
just
thing
go
is also
out and have
when
fun.
when we like the drivers are there, we Cape Town's got the drivers. Obviously, we went the first year was only the Cape Town drivers. I think was it? Can't remember. But some other guys came as well. But it was more of an event to basically to have a jaw, if I'm what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
know, so there's so much pressure on you. We do these super drift events or whatever drift events. So much pressure on you. This is was bunch of boys. You always see each other. You always drive together. You chill. You eat. You drive together. At the liquor jolt you had. You know, that's the type of feeling
Yes.
that
Yes.
you guys as well. So with I mean with Velocity down the line now, you awesome. You did it. You got the sticker and everything. Obviously, something really awesome that came to South Africa. The very first year was Gymkhana Grid.
Oh yeah.
Did you? I mean, Gymkhana Grid was in South Africa twice. Were you?
Yeah.
Did you drive both events?
Yeah, I did both events in the Mustang. It was 2017 and 2018, I believe.
Before COVID. This is before COVID. I think 18, 19 around there.
I think yeah, 17 and 18, I think it was, because
Yeah.
19, yeah, 19, I stopped for a bit there.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking to none other than Jason Webb, all the way from Canada. Some awesome news that he will be giving us very, very shortly. We're just giving a little bit of a history of where he was in South Africa and where he is now. Shout out goes to Nazir Phil, Salam, Mr. Daniel, Salam, Uncle Jason Webb. Jesse Miller, Nilaus was Mustafa Singh is like watching, and Samuel Raycliffe is watching as well. Thank you guys for tuning for this episode. If you guys didn't do it before, please like and follow the channel. There's much more that we will unfold later in the show, Jason maybe as well. So, Jason, let's go to Gymkhana Grid. We've seen this Gymkhana Grid, me personally, on YouTube. I'm like, hey, bro. All you think Gymkhana Grid, you think can and may soul rest in peace. Is the whole idea was made for we know Gymkhana's 1, 2, and 3 of Ken Block, and Gymkhana Grid is basically having all these international superstars coming to Joburg and laying it down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was
And
crazy. And especially you see the likes of Peter Solberg,
oh my
Christopherson
word,
come in. Obviously,
yes,
Ken Block was out here, Bagsy, Luke Woodham, like all the big guys, even those guys from Scotland and all over Europe, and all their cars were shipped in, and yeah, it was and in 2018, Daigo was there with these crazy
yes,
Corvettes.
dude, that thing was insane. And I mean, if you follow these guys on the what they're doing on their pages in their countries and stuff like that, when I heard Daigo's site, I was like, oh, I'm a fan. But that
Yeah,
was so
and in 2018 Gymkhana Grid, I finished in second behind Daigo, and through that event, he actually broke a control arm, and
correct.
my dad went
Correct.
and fixed it for him, and like Daigo's whole
Yes.
team came and was like bowing to my
Yes.
dad.
So
It was
even
crazy.
he just came out, and I was there. I was there with Logan in the grease for the basket. So
Yes.
all day, and we saw the car being pushed in and stuff like with his crew and stuff like that, and was by the car, and they look. I don't understand Japanese, but clearly they were in trouble. They were in trouble, and the only person that I could call here now that can help these guys was Uncle Speedy. And I called Uncle Speedy, and once again, he said, "Take it off. I'll fix it now for you." And we took it to your
Jonathan Rudman's house.
yeah, that's the guy. That's the
Yeah.
guy. And
Yeah.
your dad, he told your dad the machine is there, how to self do. Your dad was sitting there with the helmet on. I still remember he had a white t-shirt on with Roush at the back of his t-shirt.
Yes.
And he was sitting there and he was doing his thing, cooling down, and he's like, yeah, that will work. Went back, put it on everything, and it worked. I'm like, yes, Uncle Speedy. Once again, Uncle Speedy is just that brain and the person that will help you when you like, okay, guys, we're gonna give up, we can't go anymore. Uncle
Yeah.
Speedy will say,
No.
try today, brother. Ons gaan klaarmaak. And
He should have left the car broken. I would have won.
actually, we all said that. I was like, but Tiger won, became second. If we had to leave his car broken, Jason would have won. But and I think that as well. you're not that type of person who would have taken a win like
Yeah.
that.
You want to win on the track.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean,
You know,
but he was also a monster athlete. Well,
yes.
yeah. So yeah, that was really really cool. I mean, second place, Jim Connick did. Wow, the last one insult. As you just ticking the boxes, eh, Jace?
Yeah. Trying to.
Yeah, that is basically, and obviously your car, the Mustang. Um, I remember the conversation that we had when you went to go fetch car, and it was a convertible. Obviously, it was still a convertible, and you told me you drove it on the road and put your foot flat down, and this thing started to be tail happy. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, but I thought it was an inner car. No, no, supercharged. I'm like, cool. That's and you guys literally took a car, driving on the road, stripped this car to the bare bone, and this car to the respect in South Africa. How
Yeah.
crazy is that?
It was crazy when I still remember I was standing with Ryan Franklin from Monster Energy
Yeah.
and Jason Williams from Boost SA was also there. We were at Saldana Drags 2016, and I just got a photo from the guy at Ford of my car, and he's like, "It's arrived," and I was just like, I remember looking at them, going, and like just showing my phone and being like, just arrived. I was like, "No ways."
Yes, man. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the
it was
feeling,
crazy. And
the feeling. I mean, and you still have exactly the same car, the same engine, um, that currently. Am I correct?
same car. The engine got rebuilt last
Okay.
year,
For the
so it's
for the,
got all
for the
forged internals now.
first time,
What's that?
was that the first time the engine is being rebuilt now?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
First time in what was it, like about 10
20
years.
years ago. Hmm.
Yeah,
En
crazy.
waar hy
Yeah. So,
voor las voor me, bro. You know? But
and
that's
you know,
really,
it's
really
funny. We weren't planning on rebuilding the engine, but we
okay.
were just doing maintenance in 20 when the car just arrived. I did some events in 2024, and I stuck a camera down one of the cylinders, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh shit! There's a piece of piston missing." There
Why
was
did he put
there
the
was
camera?
literally a piece of what's that?
Why did he put the camera down? Carry on.
Yeah, so we're like, damn, there's a whole chunk of piston missing.
Mm,
And then from there, the car, we went from, okay, we'll just replace pistons to
yeah.
just getting it fully rebuilt or forged and everything. So,
So before we go to
yeah,
the reboot, everything. So then, in what year when you moved away to Canada? What year was that? 23.
that was end of 23. Yeah.
Okay. Then you decided, look, yeah, you're gonna. Was this decision that you wanna move to Canada? Was this a career move for you, or was it the love of your life stays in America and we're gonna get married and stay there?
So, I mean, I always wanted to try get out this side of the world. It's
Okay.
where things happen. It's where, for me, it's obviously where I can progress my career in what I'm doing. Obviously,
Correct.
I've given up pretty much my life for the sport. So it's kind of the only thing I have going for me. So I got to try and make it work. And
And
then I met, and when myself and Megan met, I wasn't sure how I was going to get here, but I knew I wanted to be here.
okay, okay.
And just after we met, she applied for residency in Canada, but she did that in 2019, and through COVID and everything, she kind of thought it fell through a black hole, and
Okay.
she didn't get it. And a couple months after we met, she was like, "Oh, just by the way, I've just got accepted to move to Canada."
Oh
And I was
boy.
like, "Let's go." I'm going with.
You're going with
Yeah.
crazy.
And then, so then I came over in 22 for a little bit, and then I went back. Oh, was it 22 or 23? I can't remember now. Yeah, I came over in 22. Then I went back to finish the the year in South Africa in 23 to finish my contract with Monster.
Yes.
I might be getting my years mixed up, but I think I'm correct. And then through that year, we did like Knysna Hill Climb, Drift City, all those kind of events.
Yes.
And then, it might have been 22. Sorry, I'm getting confused because that's when I got my last championship as well.
Yes.
And then the final event we did was Super Drift was in Richards Bay. And then I broke the gearbox in the Mustang, had to jump into Mikey's car, which he let me use.
Mm-hmm.
We still ended up winning that event. And then, yeah, I think that's when we secured that fourth championship. And then, yeah, then when I permanently moved here, yeah, so midway through 23, I got a job to go do stunt driving in India. So I was in
And
India for, it was like 6 weeks, and I didn't know. And actually, previous to that, I was actually looking to sell the Mustang in South Africa, and then
no,
I
you
was going to use that money
to buy.
to fund getting a new car this side. But then
Because your
after I did that,
Mustang is for sale, I must look for a buyer. To find out for a buyer for the car. Like, okay, so clearly he's done with drifting, so he's not coming back. I thought, you stay there, come back here, you got to drive. So, and he said the dad wasn't. His face was like, "Mm-mm, it's not gonna happen." I'm like, oh, okay, bye bye, Jason. Clearly, the tables have turned.
yeah. Then when after we did that stunt job, I was financially able to then ship the car to Canada. So
Okay.
that's how we started that whole process. And it took about 3 months to get the car here. And normally you can't
Wow.
import cars that are that new, but because it's a race car and not road legal, we
Yeah.
were able to import the car. So then the car came, and when we went to go fetch it down in Vancouver near the port there, I was just like, the car was under a cover when I arrived, and I pulled the cover off, and I was like, it's really you.
My buddy, our weapon is here.
What's that?
I said, my weapon is here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just like, what is happening right now?
Did you cry?
Like,
Nobody else was watching. Did you cry when you saw the car for the first time?
no, I didn't cry. I didn't.
Uh, but I mean, another cars that are obviously, and I think it's a little bit different here by us, Dennis, where we can have a roll cage in our car, we have a safety harness in our car, and we can literally go on track and throw it down. Was it the same, or did you have to do some change to make it track legal?
So just the one thing we had to do at the events here was get a fire suppression installed, and then I just had to update my harnesses. At that time were expired, so I had to update my harnesses.
Okay.
Excuse me. And then other than that, the car was pretty much good to go. But now in Pro Spec, it's a whole different ball game going into FD. Like the whole car is different. We've changed everything.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like now we've gone with the rear mount rad. We've got all of JTP's suspension in the car.
Okay, cool.
We got a 4-speed sequential gearbox or dog box
Finally.
gearbox.
Finally.
And yeah. And then I also had to, one of the rules in Pro Spec is you have to have a stock steering column and pedal box. So we
wow.
obviously had aftermarket pedal box and steering column.
Yes.
So I had to import pedals and stuff from the UK because obviously for Ride and Drive I couldn't get them locally. So I had to import all of that from the UK, and it was great. The shipping was more expensive than the actual parts were.
Always like that.
Oh man. So I'm very excited to get the car. It's actually scheduled to go for paint next week. So yeah, I'm excited to get that done.
So just before we go touch on all the stuff, is then the car came, you did your suppressor stuff on the car for the fire, you did that. And then you did your very first event in Canada, or where was it?
Yeah, in Canada.
In Canada. You're very event. Emotions. Take us through that a little bit. The emotions that the wife is going through now. It's only the two of you. There's no dad, no mom there with you now on this journey. But then
Yeah.
you're going to this very first event on your own, on your A's, and don't know what to expect. So, in your words, how was it like? What was it like?
I think the nice thing was there was no expectations from, not that there always is, but I feel like in South Africa, a lot of people had this, oh, Jason, yeah, he's going to win kind of thing. There was always that expectation. And it's not always the case. Like, I didn't always win.
Yeah.
But it's like there was that expectation. So going into a new country, a new series with all new drivers, it was kind of like, okay, I'm just going to come out here and I'm not going to put any pressure on myself, and let's see what happens. But I'm not going to lie, rolling into the track for the first time, and we like just with our F-150, and we got an open trailer and the car in the back, and there's tires like tied on the Mustang and tires on the back of the truck, and just I had a toolbox that was like this small. And we roll in there, and there's teams of like these big trailers and 6-8
No
people
way.
on a team, and we just like, oh, okay.
That is
There's a
different.
different level out there. And obviously trying to check over the car by myself, my wife's not mechanically inclined. Like she could probably change a tire, but like I need to make sure it's tight, and like the lug nuts don't get stripped, and all of that kind of
Yes.
stuff. So throughout the events, I was doing, and it was like 35 degrees. I
Oh,
was doing all the
no way.
tire changes, the maintenance, checking that the car is okay, and then came up with a misfire, and I'm trying to like find this misfire, and it was a lot. And then, but going into the first couple practice runs, I felt right at home. That car makes me just, I can drive it anywhere.
The two of you gel together.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
And then
so
it was
you,
definitely
so
it
you,
was definitely
you,
not
you,
lekker, because there was times throughout the track where I'm like, I need the car to do this,
yeah.
and I'm like, my dad's like telling me to change things, and I'm like, I don't want to change it. I don't want to mess it up even more.
Exactly. But what take from the rest of the drivers and the crew and the people out there, seeing these youngsters coming from an open trailer, an open Mustang, right-hand drive from Africa, and throwing it down, what was the impression?
Oh yeah, it was. I think a lot of people ask why we converted the Mustang to right-hand drive, and I'm like, no, it's imported. We get this like this from the factory,
Yeah,
and there wasn't too much. They didn't know, I guess, what to expect.
correct.
And then when we did our first couple laps on the track and came in, we had a couple guys come to us and be like, "Oh shit, we did not expect that." Sorry for the language, but
Yes, that person. Uh-uh.
yes, I think immediately there was they could see I wasn't just there to come mess around. I was there to, fight for
Yeah,
podium spots, and
exactly.
we definitely did try to do that. In that first event, we managed to qualify in first place, which
Wow.
was great. When they were going through the list, they start at 16 and 15, and they're getting to like 3, and I'm like, yo, did I not even qualify? And then they eventually get to 1, and then they say my name, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Thank you. I mean, that event, it was, the fuel pump broke and that stuff went wrong on the car. But the second event, that was the event where, and you said it was a double header, where you do two events on one day.
That was it was the first event I went to, was a double header. It was the
Oh,
Friday was like round 2, and then Saturday was round 3.
yeah.
I missed the first round. The car hadn't arrived at that time yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, Jason, so now we are. Okay, I say we almost like I'm part of this whole journey here. We going Formula Drift Prospect. How awesome! I mean, how awesome is this feeling that you've always wanted this? You're doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got to remind myself all the time, like, because we're putting in crazy hours here getting the car done, and sometimes I'm just like, yo, I'm not less. I just need to go sleep or something, man. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, this moment is me living my dream, through,
100.
you know, the dream is obviously to be in FD ultimately and driving in FD. But part of that dream is the lead up to that. All the hard work, the blood, sweat, tears, it's all
And
part of that same dream.
that is what people don't see. You understand? You with me? Because they all want to. We all want to. We all are like that. We all want to see just the bigger picture. But we know, and this is why I'm doing this with you. Like the journey with you is that we need to understand what the journey was and felt like for you from back then as a 16-year-old youngster to I think any what you now 17 years old or 20 to where you are now, and you are going to be driving in the biggest Formula drift or drift event in Africa world, apparently. You know,
Yeah,
so I mean, it's amazing, and I mean, all your followers. I mean, your mom and dad super proud, and the wifey super proud of this achievement.
of course. Yeah. Yeah, and they supporting me all the way, which is so amazing. My wife has been, I mean, I leave home at 6:30 in the morning. I come home 10, 11 o'clock at night because when I work 8 to 5, obviously I have my 8 to 5 normal job. And then
Okay,
from 5 till whatever time I decide to stop is when I'm working on my car. So it's not like I'm on my car every day, but I still need to make money. So I work my 8 to 5. and then and then
yeah,
after
yes,
that, and fortunately, the shop I work at, Vex Performance, they allow me to use the facility to build the car, and they have absolutely every single piece of equipment I need to build the car.
that is
And
awesome.
and out here, it's so easy just to get parts. Of course, it costs money, but compared to South Africa, if you can think of it, trying to get Mustang parts is almost near impossible.
100%.
I
I
mean,
mean,
when
yeah,
we were back there, like a headlight in South Africa, for instance, for one front headlight is around 25, 30,000 rand.
nah.
And yeah, you can get a headlight for like $200. It's
Guys,
nuts.
yeah, it's crazy. With the Mustang in prep with is now new engine, new suspension, new cage, and obviously it's gonna go for new paint and stuff like that now. And you're still running the exact same motor, the Roush performance motor with a supercharger on.
Yes. Yeah. So
And,
it's not the exact same engine. We put a new block and everything in,
okay.
but and obviously now it's got uh, forged internals and rods, pistons, rods, crank, all that is all forged now. So we could run more boost, but I think for Pro Spec we're limited on what tire size we run. So
Okay.
we'll stay at the probably between 8 and 900 horsepower.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, quite a few guys on the YouTube channel saying Jason Webb Prospect, let's go. I don't know who that is. And then this other one says Jason Webby, your beauty, best in the business. And then there's some more. Yo, dude. I don't know what that was about. The whole family is proud of him. Oh, definitely. That's just a little bit of some of the guys that's commenting. And we also have on the other side, we have Gary Maya is watching as well. And Dion Kutsi. Dion Kutsi say, Salam Anwar and Jason. And Mr. Sopas February is watching as well. I mean, February,
Wassalam.
loud. Obviously, Sopas February, the father of our Captain Boyke, Sean, also a drifter that you drove with in Cape Town and in Joburg in the Super Drift series.
Yes, we had some great rivalry drifting over the years. Myself, him, Wade,
Yes.
Shane Green when he was also in it. Um, it was a heated battle when we got on track. It's almost like everything just went quiet. Everyone knew the tension was like.
True, that's so true. Because I mean, with the calibers like and they mentioned Shane Green, the Sean February, Wade from Zimmerman, many more. What who else was there? There was Fahim Saleh. Let's start to get to the Cape Town boys now. Who else was there? Anyways, and then we know the caliber of these are because I'm not going to let Jason Webb win, and Jason Webb is I'm not going to let Sean win or Shane Green or whoever. Why you want this? We're going to throw everything apart. But that's the cool part of, and because that came so much respect for one another as well. Once the run is done, respect is there shown to you guys, to the guys as well.
Yes.
Jan could say, we are super proud of you, Jason. Yeah, we're all proud of you, Jason. Cape Town flying.
No, thank you guys.
Jason, coming back to FD. As for me, it's just going to be a awesome journey. And first and foremost, no, thank you for taking me along with the journey of Formula Prospect. Where more than just motoring will be touching base before the event, when you event, and the results after the event. So all the news, everything that happens in Canada or in America with the Jason and his journey in FD, you guys, you have all that information on hand live on More Than Just Motoring. So Jason will give us the ins and outs of what it is, how it is before the event, and tell us what he did wrong and what he did right on after the event. So guys, you guys need to tune in because we are forward to this journey with Jason Webb. And this journey will start in April. Am I correct, Jason?
The first event is May.
May.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the. Let me double check here. The 7th and the 9th of May. 7th to the 9th of May.
9th of May. So, excuse me. On that day, Jason, the 7th, Pro Spec and Pro drive on the same track.
Yes.
You drive
earlier. It's all on the same track for the same weekend.
Awesome.
I think how it's structured, like the practice for both is like on the Thursday, and then, or is it like? I haven't seen a schedule yet. I'm trying to go off watching live streams last year, but I'm pretty sure the practice was on the Thursday. I think then Prospect do seeding, and then the Friday is Prospect top 32, and then I think Pro will do their now qualifying on the Friday as well.
Is that Pro or Prospect?
So Pro will do the qualifying on the Friday, and then Prospect will do their top 32.
Yes. So is qualifying back in FD, or is it still with the seeding?
So Prospect is still seeding, and then Pro is qualifying.
Okay, so with you now coming into this now, but it's a new season, so there's no seeding at the moment, or am I right? Or are they going back from the result last year?
Yeah, they'll go back from the championship results last year. So I think the top 24 in the championship have already seeded into the top 32. And then pretty much the rest of us need to battle it out to get the last 12 spots or whatever there is. Or 8 spots.
Yeah, 34, 28, yeah, 4, 8 spots. So
yeah,
with the 8 spots being, with the 8 spots being addressed, so and how many guys are compete for that 8 spots now?
There's a limit on 40 drivers in Prospect. So there'll be, if every driver arrives, there'll be a 24 that's already in seeding, that's already in top 32. And then the rest of the 16 will battle it out, and only 8 of those 16 will make it to the top 32. So if you make it into the top 8 in seeding, you're in the big show.
There we go. In the top.
But the plan, and then people just used to get into, be able to get into seeding, like get into the top 8, and then you qualified for the top 32, and they kind of wouldn't, they'd say, this is wrong with the car, and then they wouldn't continue with seeding because it's more tires and strain on the car. But now they've given an incentive, they started last year, where each round you win, because the points now go according to wins, your tandem battle wins.
Okay.
So each tandem battle you win in seeding, you get 3 points. And then each tandem battle you win in top 32, throughout to the finals, you get 10 points.
Okay, awesome. So there is
Yeah.
not a, but at the end of the day, points for your tandeming points. But obviously, if you do finish first, second, or third and fourth, whatever case may be, there is a points allocated for that wins as well, or not?
No, it's only according to how many battles you've won.
So the best one to accumulate more points now for me is in from 32. Just start winning right through to the final.
Yeah, exactly. And if you come through seeding, you almost have an upper hand. If you can win each battle in seeding, you're already going into top 32, 12 points ahead of
Correct.
everyone
Correct.
else,
Yeah.
if you win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it could be a benefit starting from seeding. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, our aims, we're always going to push hard. We're going to be pushing for those podium spots. And I feel the way, if I've seen how I've adapted to driving different cars and driving different tracks throughout the years, going to Saudi where we had almost no practice and managing to qualify fourth in the world finals at the Red Bull drift
Oh,
event and in a left-hand drive. And
we didn't even
that
touch on
was just
I forgot about that. Yes, but anyway, yeah, as well. I know as another awesome memory for you as well, man.
Yeah. And also my dad was there with me too, so that was
Yes.
also
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes, we are about to run out of time at 11 o'clock almost. There's 4 rounds for Pro Spec. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So obviously it starts in May and it ends off in
In September, it's the last one.
September. That's down.
Yeah, so we'll go like in May it's Atlanta, and then June we go to Connecticut, which is just kind of north of New York, and then July we go to Indianapolis, and then September is the final prospect round in Vegas.
Wow. And you get to see all those places. How cool is it? You're going to be a traveler in well. But just quick one. When you lived in South Africa, right? From Joburg
Yeah.
is 1,400 kilometers. America is not. So what's it? You will be traveling that side per event.
Oh, the distance?
Yes.
Oh man, so if you do a round trip from where I am to Atlanta, it's 8,000 kilometers. So it's
Good luck, buddy.
crazy.
Good luck. Good
Yeah,
luck.
like we'll leave the Saturday or Sunday in order to get there by the Wednesday. Obviously, you
Yeah.
don't want to drive right through. You're gonna just destroy yourself.
Exactly.
So, but what we're gonna do is, because the first 3 events are kind of on the east coast of the US, the car's gonna be staying after Atlanta. It will stay out at the east coast. So we'll just leave it at a facility out there, and we'll fly in and out
Okay.
to each event. Because taking the car back and forth is just,
It's
there's
crazy.
no point. Like,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Amazing. Here's another Facebook listener that also commented. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. Gooi hulle weet is baas. All the best, Jason. The unfortunate name, I can tell you what it is, Jason. But I mean, that's the we now are Cape Town boykies and our South Africans. We bring the flavor towards that as well. Now, Jason, from my side, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to take the journey with you. You could have taken anybody, but I really appreciate you taking me with journey in the Formula Drift Prospect journey with you. So I'm basically will be your what do you call it? What's ek weet nie, I can't even. I'm stuck, but I don't no more words left. In any case, but you are an awesome feeling to Jason Webb. You know that said yes. Look, we can do the the interview after the event when the event is done to give us a scoop of actually what's happening on that side of the world with his career in pro speak as well. For me, it's an honor.
Yes.
It's a legend. You're a legend, Jason, in Cape Town. We salute you.
Thank you.
And Jason, for Cape Town and South African fans, any last words for them, please?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for the support back home. And I know the times in the US are going to be very difficult for South Africans to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
We watch it,
but
don't we?
throw them
We watch
flags
it.
up in the comment sections, and if you can watch, do your best to watch. But I can't wait to represent our country and show them what the South African talent has out here. And I'm really, my main goal here is to open doors for more South Africans to come through, not only in drifting, in any kind of other form of sports. If I could try to help people with what I've learned over the past couple of years and moving out here, that's kind of my main goal, is just to try and make an opening for more people to come out here.
Well said, Jason. Well said. Really, really awesome. Fine, awesome words. Another listener, then to the last game is that I don't know why they can't start to comment now when the show is done. Moenie jou, wat? Moenie jou tande, moenie jou tande inslukkie. Some Facebook guy said, send it, makes lots of smoke. All the very best, Jason, as well. Yes, Jason, from like I said, from Just Motoring, huge thank you. And also, what I want to say is like, congrats to your mom, your dad, seeing you on the stage where you belong for a very long time. To the wife as well for all the support, being by your side, the anchor. You know, we can do
Yeah.
so much, but having your partner with you when you do certain stuff, especially in your career, it means the world. So big ups to your wife. You know, to you guys supporting each other in what you guys do. But
Yeah.
from my side, you know, all I can say is in Afrikaans, hear that word. All I'm gonna say, you know. All the best, Jason. Say hi to your day, humble as you are. What about Anwar? Something about nee, ek gaan nie saam nie. Yeah, whatever. But Jason,
Ja, jy moet
first and foremost,
saamkom,
like I said,
ja.
I've been doing it. Jason, thank you very much for your time. I know what's the time by you now, Jason? It's at 11 o'clock.
10 a.m.
10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Me, bro. Okay, you're gonna go work now. Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm in
Jason.
our lunchroom.
Oh wow. Okay. So Jason,
Yeah.
thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And guys, I just want to say all the best for you, Jason. Do your best.
Thank
We're
you
all
so
proud
much.
of you, South Africa and Cape Town. We are proud of you. I know your mom and dad is watching. Are proud of you. Do your best. Whatever happens, happens. But just remember that we got your back, and we want to see the you audience one or two times. Everything of
Yeah.
the best. May
That's the plan.
all the success. That's the plan. All the success, brother. From my side, once again, Jason, thank you very much. Reach you.
Thank you. And thanks for having me on the show. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I really love this format you're doing, and I can't wait to share more of our experiences throughout the year with everyone. And yeah, I'm excited for the year ahead. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So, Jason, we need to sign off, and I say thank you very much. Everything of the best. Well done,
Yeah,
brother.
thank you, Anwar. We'll chat soon.
Cheers, Jay. Yes, man.
Bye
Yes,
bye.
definitely.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.